Hey y'all, I'm John Laverne with Bulldog Tours in Charleston, South Carolina, and I started my company up 21 years ago as a hobby. And we do walking tours, a variety of history, food, ghost tours, pub tours, that's to the public, and then we do quite a bit of customized stuff for corporate groups, educational groups, some private groups as well. I love what I do. I love our industry. Starting this as a hobby, I have no regrets, but it could have gone a lot easier for me. I just kind of had to learn off of hundreds and hundreds of mistakes, but it's been a fun ride. Had a program such as Guest Focus existed 21 years ago, it would have been the best money that I would have ever spent. It would have saved me a lot of heartache. And this is in an era where, kind of all you needed was a website and some rack cards, and that was it. But this industry's gotten really complicated, I think, in the last 20 years. We're more complicated. You now have OTAs that you have to deal with, whether it's Viator or Get Your Guide. We've got social media, which is a bottomless pit. You have email marketing, which is a bottomless pit. You have to do video blogs, and just it's very involved. And to have veteran experts, whether it's Kelsey or Chad or whoever else in this Guest Focus program, it's truly invaluable. I met Kelsey, I'm guessing 8 years ago or so, at one of the industry conferences. I don't know if it was Arrival or the Global Food Tour Association, something like that. Anyway, I heard him speak and I quickly realized smartest guy in the room, and he had a passion, much like myself, that truly believe that giving great tours, it's possibly the best experience that a person can have as far as a career. And I loved his passion, I loved his devotion to our industry, and then the way that he thought about tours was different than anybody else. So I've been a big fan of Kelsey's ever since, and we've stayed in touch. And when the pandemic started, it just happened that we were on different panels together and different sessions, and I would see him wherever he was. So when he started this program up, he thankfully invited me to be, one of the coaches. And I was very honest with him and upfront. I'm like, listen, I don't have a playbook on how I built this. I started this 21 years ago. I don't know how much help I will be, but my Bulldog Tours, you do a good amount of business. It's well over 100,000 people a year, and have an incredible staff, and we love what we do. And so a lot of the same shared principles, values, that kind of thing. And I was like, Kelsey, I'm absolutely on board. Anything that you have going on, I want to be a part of. And selfishly, I wanted to kind of be involved as a coach because I knew that I was going to learn a lot. And every time that I was involved at a coaching position, with Guest Focus, I was like blown away with what these new tour operators, and there were some veteran tour operators as well that were involved in the program, but every second of listening to Kelsey and Chad talk, I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish that I would have had this 21 years ago, because it really would have helped fast track the success of my company. I think one of the biggest things is they give you the framework to set goals that make sense. Like, it's great to have 1 million followers on YouTube, but you know what? It's not a priority. Not until you're 5 years into this or 10 years into this would you have to worry about that. They really give you step-by-step instructions on how to, what's most important in your business. And so they really keep you accountable, which is super important, because this is your first business that you've ever ran. It's easy to get off on a tangent and go down a rabbit hole, and you think that you're doing the right thing, but turns out it doesn't have the impact that you initially thought. And with Kelsey being in this industry for a very long time, he knows the ins and outs, and he can help you avoid those kind of mistakes, which I think is invaluable. I have loved being a part of Guest Focus. If I had more time, I would start from scratch and do this program, because I've learned a lot. In fact, there were some of the principles that we learned in just listening in on some of the conversations about how to develop tour descriptions, and called Kelsey up. I'm like, I know you're busy, but I'd love to have your expertise on that. And Oh my gosh, the level of detail, the level of perfection that he could help make our tour descriptions phenomenal. I was so blown away. It's absolutely a lot of work, but that's what it takes to build a successful company, and absolutely think that Guest Focus is the best option out there for, I don't care if you're a new tour operator, if you're a veteran tour operator, I don't care if you have 6 MBAs from Ivy League colleges. This is dedicated to exactly what we do, and I think it's amazing. As a student, you get this playbook and it's involved, but as you work through the process, I was blown away with, oh my gosh, it truly showed the brilliance of Kelsey and whoever else helped put all this together, because it all made so much sense to me. And I've been writing tour descriptions for 21 years. I learned Kelsey's program 3-4 months ago, way more involved than I ever thought, and it made so much more sense, and it converts a lot better than what our original tour descriptions do. So it's been great to work with Kelsey as a student versus being involved with the Guest Focus program as a coach, and I can't say enough good things about him, because he truly has developed this incredible playbook and these exercises to help you formulate great goals, to formulate, the best email marketing campaign, how to structure your social media, and it's just so invaluable. And I think a very important aspect of this is he knows, based on his experience in our industry and talking to hundreds and hundreds of tour operators all over the world, he knows what's most important. So you're going to really focus on some key elements to make sure you get it right. Yes, it would be great to have 1 million followers on YouTube or whatever social media platform, but Kelsey knows from his experience, yes, we will handle that years down the road, but right now you got to build a rock star website. You have to have great email marketing. You have to have some other kind of basics in place before you can focus on that stuff. And just have somebody to keep you accountable for all that stuff and to help you work through what makes sense. It's such a gift. I can't say enough about the program. And so for new tour operators, a program like Guest Focus would save you an incredible amount of time and money and frustration. So highly recommend it.